What if the sun was swallowed by a black hole and replaced by it? And what if I told you this could actually happen, even tomorrow? This is because there are rogue black holes. They drift through our galaxy completely invisible until they interact with nearby matter. One passing through our solar system could consume the sun in an instant. But would Earth instantly be destroyed? Could we even survive with a black hole instead of a star in the sky? The answer may surprise you. But is this scenario even likely to happen? First, the sun will not naturally become a black hole. It is not massive enough to collapse that way. However, as said, if a rogue black hole, a black hole drifting through our galaxy, came close, it could pull in the sun with its extreme gravity. This would strip the sun apart, leaving a black hole in its place. Astronomers estimate there could be 100 million rogue black holes in the Milky Way. Most are small, only a few times the mass of our sun. So yes, a scenario where one enters our solar system is unlikely, but it is possible. So let's assume the sun is suddenly replaced by a rogue black hole with the exact same mass as the sun. Gravity depends on mass, not size. A black hole with the sun's mass would pull on Earth and the other planets exactly the same way the sun does now. Our orbit would remain stable. We would not get sucked in. The only major difference would be light. A black hole of this size would be about 6 kilometers across. That is tiny compared to the sun's 1.4 million kilometers. It would emit no light. The solar system would go completely dark. The temperature on Earth would drop rapidly. Within a week, the average surface temperature would fall below minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Within a year, the planet's surface would be frozen solid. So how long could humans survive? Humans depend on sunlight not only for warmth but also for food. Without sunlight, photosynthesis would stop within days. Plants would die, and the entire food chain would collapse. We could potentially survive underground for decades, but without large-scale preparation, most life on Earth would vanish within a few years. But things change if we adjust the size of the black hole. So let's change the scenario. Instead of a black hole with the same mass as the sun, imagine one with the same diameter as the sun. To create a black hole this large, it would need to contain billions of solar masses. This would not be a stellar mass black hole. It would be a supermassive black hole. A black hole this large would stretch far beyond the orbits of the planets. Its event horizon, the point of no return, would cover the entire solar system. Earth would be well inside this boundary. Once inside, there would be no escape. Light, matter, and even space-time would all be dragged inward. The entire solar system would be destroyed within seconds. But what if we were far enough away? Supermassive black holes are extreme, but their tidal forces weaken with distance. If Earth were orbiting well beyond the event horizon, gravity would feel like that of any other massive object. Planets and stars can safely orbit supermassive black holes if they are millions of kilometers away. In fact, stars in our galaxy orbit the supermassive black hole at the Milky Way's center without being torn apart. The danger comes only if we cross the event horizon or venture too close to where the gravitational gradient becomes intense. The sun shines because nuclear fusion occurs in its core, but black holes absorb light rather than create it. Without sunlight, the solar wind would stop. The heliosphere, the bubble of charged particles surrounding the solar system, would vanish. This would expose the planets to more cosmic radiation. Asteroids and comets would also behave differently. Without solar radiation pressure, their orbits would shift slightly, creating more chances for impacts over long timescales. If a supermassive black hole replaced the sun, space would become completely dark unless there was an accretion disk, a ring of gas and dust spiraling into it. This is where it gets interesting. These accretion disks can become very bright, even brighter than the sun. If we talk about the size of a supermassive black hole, its size would be enough to shine very bright. It won't be the same light as the sun emits, but the conditions would be much better that we can possibly survive with this beautiful object in the sky, giving us light and warm temperatures. But what if the black hole would consume us? What will we see? I recommend this video if you are interested. See you.